I'm Jim Burns, and I live in Dartown, Ohio, and I play country music.
That long-haired country boy at the Hitch and Pole Saloon. It's gonna be a hell of a Friday night. There's a pyramid of beer cans on the table in the bar. I'm pretty sure those drunks are gonna fight.
Once I graduated high school, I moved to Nashville, and that was a pretty difficult experience there. I think a friend of mine called me. I was working a factory job at the time, and he gave me a call at work about noon and said, "Hey man, I know you've been thinking about moving to Nashville." And he said, "I'm thinking about moving down there. You know, do you want to go?" I was like, "Man, yeah, I'll probably move down there. When do you want to go?" He's like, "Let's go today." I was like, "Man, I've only got about $250 in my bank account, but you know what? Let's do it." Eventually, I figured out, you can't make a living playing music, so I went out and got a regular job. I worked a couple places, and it was just, getting up early. I'm trying to stay up late and do the music thing. It just wasn't adding up. So I went out and sold T-shirts for Shelley Wright for a couple years, and then they said, then her tour ended for one reason or another, and I said, "Man, you guys got any other work for him?" And they said, "Well, we do got one guy. He's very new to the scene. He's a good songwriter, but we know that you love, good raw country music. There's a guy, his name is Jamie Johnson." Well, what they didn't tell me was, after I went out on the road with him, that, his previous sound guy, I guess, had, somehow came away with a large amount of money. So, Jamie was not very trusting of, the merch guys in those days. So he brought out a giant safe, and he said, at the end of every show, we're gonna come back here in the back of the bus, and we're gonna count all the money and put it in the safe every night. So we did that for one weekend, and I don't know, I must have impressed him that weekend, but he never brought that safe out again. And I eventually became really good friends with him, and I ended up being roommates with him in a house in Nashville. He lived in a finished basement, and I slept in a sleeping bag on an upstairs bedroom floor.
I knew someday that you'd fly away.
While I was working with Jamie, I wanted to learn more about the crew aspect of it, So I said, just so I can get some experience, I said, I'll take care of your T-shirts, I'll make sure that job is done, but let me take care of all your guitars and all the band gear and everything for free. And so he let me do that, and I did that for a few years, and then he ended up losing his record deal at that time, and so about that time I had another friend from, he was working for Trace Atkins. He called me and said, "Hey, we've got an opening for a guitar tech. We know you've been doing that kind of stuff with Jamie. This would be a great opportunity for you." So it just kind of worked out. I went and started tuning guitars for Trace Atkins.